I'm really enjoying my time in it, and I'm reaching for this one more so than the other shoes that I've got in the rotation. Right, so the Boston 12 is the latest iteration of the Boston series, so marketed by Adidas as a neutral, up-tempo daily trainer, and obviously named after the famous Boston Marathon. We can definitely put this one in the super trainer category now. We've got some super foam and they've got some energy rods, so I think it fits quite nicely into that one. Price wise, so very good price here in Australia, $240, and I actually picked this one up for $144 on the Adidas website, so that's crazy cheap. $160 in the US. And weight wise, 9.4 ounces or 267 grams in a men's size 9. Now in the upper here we have got a 50% recycle engineered mesh, so the style of the upper itself, it's very reminiscent of the Pro 3. However, the material does feel different. It's very breathable though, so that's really good. Padding wise, again, very similar, so it's a good training partner. I think what they're trying to do here is have a nice training partner for the Pro 3, but very similar. The only padding that you're going to see on the shoe is just around the heel counter here, so these heel tabs just inside the heel counter, they help lock that heel down. No other padding throughout. We've got a really thin tongue that is not gusseted, so that is causing a little bit of issues at this stage. They've got their little pull tab here that they have on all their race day shoes. So they have this midfoot strap that you can't actually see from the outside of the shoe, but it's inside the shoe. It goes around the midfoot and it ties into the lacing system. Now the lacing system isn't doing a bad job, but Adidas are using these thin fiddly laces, which I've had issues with before. The fit, so this is where I've come in with most problems with this shoe. So the fit is long, so I'm not sure if it's just here in Australia, but this shoe is at least a size large, so I've actually had to send mine back and get a new pair, a full size down. But the fit, it's got a really wide toe box, but voluminous. It's not too voluminous, so it's actually quite low, but if you've got a nice wide foot, this one is going to accommodate that nicely. So in the midsole here, stack height wise, 38 in the rear, 31 in the front, 7mm drop. Now it's a dual density midsole, so that's just like the previous versions. However, they've got a little bit more Light Strike Pro, or their super foam in this model. So as you can see, that's the top layer, the Light Strike Pro, really loving that. And this bottom layer is their Light Strike 2.0, and that's an EVA blend type foam. Now that is actually quite nice. Within the foam, so between the two foams, they've got their energy rods. Now these energy rods aren't carbon fiber, they're fiberglass, and it actually makes the shoe quite flexible, which you can see there. So it's actually flexible left and right, and it's quite easy to bend in half. So that is surprising, and it's a good addition to this shoe. Okay, so how does it ride? Well, it's nice. So it surprised me how nice this ride is. These two foams complement each other just nicely. The addition of that extra Light Strike Pro in the forefoot really provides some responsiveness, some softness, and just, yeah, make this ride really nice. It doesn't have a crazy super shoe feeling, but it's just got enough that you know that it's a really good training partner for the Pro 3. The EVA Light Strike 2.0 at the back actually feels really nice as well. And in comparison to the other shoes that I'm testing, it's certainly softer and more flexible than the Kinvara Pro. Okay, so on the outsole here, nothing more really needs to be said. They're using their Continental rubber. We all know it's grippy, it's durable. The difference with this one is, compared to the Pro or their racing shoes, is this has actually got some grip, so they've actually put some tread pattern in this one, and that just adds to the grip, and that's really nice. So this one is going to be good to go in all conditions. No problems with the grip there. So obviously no signs of wear at this early stage of my testing. Okay, so what I'm liking in this shoe so far is definitely number one is the ride. Just love how these foams work together. Love that it's just responsive enough for a training shoe, and it's just comfortable enough for a long distance shoe. So yep, thumbs up for the ride. Also loving the price. So really happy that Adidas are keeping this shoe in that price range, and they're not jumping up with the rest of the super trainers prices out there. And also, as always, loving the Continental rubber outsole. Okay, so what I'm still figuring out in this shoe is definitely the laces that Adidas keep using in their shoes. These thin fiddly laces, they just don't do a good job. they just need to bring out some new laces, just like all the other brands out there. Okay, so dislike so far, so certainly the fit. So considering it's a full size too big, just be careful about that one. And also I think the tongue needs to be gusseted because the tongue is falling down a little bit on the run. So in summary so far, pleasantly surprised. So really surprised of how it's going so far. I'm really enjoying my time in it, and I'm reaching for this one more so than the other shoes that I've got in the rotation so far. So that's really good signs by the Boston 12. So it's a great price, it's got a great ride, it's super versatile, and seeing my only issue was the fit, I think we're onto a winner here. And so my prediction for this one is just going to be a really good all-rounder. I think it's going to be suited to some up-tempo runs, just like Adidas have marketed, and definitely some long runs, but even just some daily miles. So good signs for this shoe. And that's just about it from me today, guys. If you've got any questions regarding the Boston 12, please leave them in the comments below. And again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time.